regret it in 2022 and Tip Top Snack Bar.
Hello and good evening. We are having some technical issues. My friend Swis has been booted out because of his computer. So welcome to everybody here on the show. I apologies for not running the trailer right now. I'm just waiting until my friend Swis is getting his computer booted. And here he comes.
I don't know why, but each time I play this video, my StreamYard crashes. Okay, guys, you never saw whatever happens. Let's play the intro. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. My computer is getting old like Jonathan. How are you, Jonathan?
Thank you very much for the kind words. Good to see you again, my friend.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, we're going to start a fundraiser for a new computer for Swis very soon.
Yes, I need a new computer, but I don't know why. It is only when I start playing those pre-recorded videos that my computer starts to freak out.
It's all Mr. GMT. It's all Mr. GMT.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mr. GMT, Mr. GMT is absent for tonight. No kidding. He has some personal issues. Let's say that he damaged his favorite souvlaki stick, and he's in a bad mood, so he won't appear for today's show, but he will come back next week.
Right. Okay, so at least in the process, it didn't close my Firefox window where I had everything prepared.
But your picture is not perfect, actually. I'm wondering if your graphic card is on her way.
Yeah,
out.
my graphic card is about to to give up. Okay, so our first topic, we wanted to talk about this particular watch. Is that true, Mr. Jonathan? So
thank you. You can call me Jonathan. Yes, I've been reading and hearing accusations that we are only covering watches over 100,000 euros.
Is that
so
true?
I thought. No, it's not true, but
okay.
that is what
I was wondering.
that is what I heard. So I thought that we're starting with a beautiful watch, just because my friend the Watch Wizard obviously ordered the same one, and I'm wearing this watch today. It is an IWC Ingénieur titanium. Actually, it was made in cooperation with AMG Mercedes cars. And in my opinion, this watch is a total bargain at the moment. I've got mine for $2,200 US.
Oh, that's a very good price.
But that price included a service at IWC for $900. So
That's
it's
a
box and
very,
paper.
very good price.
Yes. So it's box and papers, and it's an amazing watch in my opinion. I wish that is really my wish that IWC will pick up the Geraldenta IWC Ingénieur and do a kind of release maybe this year, just to pick up a little bit the Royal Oak steam. So what you see here with the dots, that is a functional bezel. It's screwed on with a special tool with those 5 dots. It has a soft iron casing to protect the movement from magnetism. And it has IWC's own movement. It is not an ETA movement. The previous generations had a modified ETA, but this is IWC's own movement with a Peloton automatic winding system. The size is 42 millimeters, wears a little bit smaller because of the huge case. Totally titanium. Can you pull up the other picture? In my opinion, it's better. It's better than any Datejust. In my opinion, it fits me more than any Submariner or GMT, because I'm a boring German, and this watch is kind of boring. Just look at the steep case flanks here. This is no nonsense, no decoration, no elegance. It is just a bold, simple design, which oozes quality, in my opinion. Not style, not fashion, and I truly love this watch.
So the entire case and bracelet is sandblasted titanium, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
You can also get this watch on a fabric strap. Be warned, the fabric strap is bloody expensive and is proprietary, so you have to order this particular strap by IWC. So I recommend getting the titanium bracelet. If you want to change, then get this fabric strap.
Yeah.
So Danger Will Robinson said the case is so steep he can ski off it. That is true. It's not an ultra slim watch, but it has its charm, in my opinion. And keep in mind the soft iron casing really adds to the height.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me a bit of? It reminds me a bit of the Zin watches. So I think Zin watches, they have kind of the same idea. It's a trusted design, no nonsense, no bullshit, whatever. They just stick to what they do. Very functional, very, easy, very. Some people might call it boring, but it gets the job done. And I think this.
You know where the connection to this particular watch is? The former CEO or the current CEO of Sins used to work for IWC when they made those kind of watches.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that.
Mr. Schmidt, he used to work for IWC quite for some time, and he was doing those kind of things. So he carried this kind of philosophy over to his own brand then.
Interesting.
Yep.
So wait, so by curiosity, I went to the Schaffhausen,
IWC,
IWC page. These are the only Ingénieur that they sell right now.
They are not called Ingénieur because IWC is in Schaffhausen, which is the German-speaking part of Switzerland. So this watch is called the Ingénieur, the German spelling. Ingénieur. That is the right, yes. And I don't like the current Ingénieur at all because it doesn't connect to the roots. It's just generic.
You know which one I
design.
like? That one.
Oh yes,
this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, but this is also you see, but there is a connection to my watch. This is
absolutely,
boring,
and this is what I like.
Yeah, boring as hell. No nonsense, no fun, but it does the job. Amazing technology, and that's it. That's the Ingénieur.
Yeah, I agree. Shall we talk very quickly about the Laurent Ferrier?
Yes, please.
Yes. So last time we talked about this Laurent Ferrier, what's it called? The
Autosport.
Autosport Blue, which, you know, many people also said it was a boring watch.
Mhm.
But actually, we wanted to focus a bit more on the bracelet. So because you had a close up of the bracelet, right?
Yes. I saw that on the Rolex forum, and I thought it was a little bit interesting because when you see it close up, particularly the middle parts with that beautiful beveling, it doesn't look that generic and that boring, let's say it like that, like it used to be. So I was quite touched and fascinated about this this appearance. So I guess the watch looks really good in real life.
Yes. In my opinion, it is a very good looking watch. And, you know, everyone can have their own opinion about the appearance, but something you cannot say is that this watch is bad quality. This you cannot say.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Bad news is last week I said I'm gonna order this from my AD, and I'll be the first one on the list. Well, I've been in touch with the AD now. The delivery date will be mid of 2023.
Wow. Okay.
And they refuse to give me my usual discount. So the catch will be I have to put down 50% of the price as a deposit, and basically put my money for 1.5 years down, and I'm hesitant to do that.
You
right
already
now.
have so much watches pre-ordered.
Yes.
How much more with every release, you know, you're gonna get
Yeah.
more.
I'm digging the whole even deeper with every new release, and just keep in mind all the brilliant watch releases are about to come. So
Yes, in
March
April.
and April will be very interesting. So maybe I can't resist on another watch. So unfortunately, with huge regrets, I had to pass on that. Tell my dealer that I feel honored because they still offered me a kind of discount, which is quite unusual as far as I understand. But it didn't make sense to.
Jordan Knight saying the only thing longer than the AD list is John's watch order list.
Yes.
And you still have the Ming. You still have the Ming coming, right?
I
I
have the
totally
Ming.
forgot about that one.
I have the Ming coming. I have a Credo Aichi with a blue dial incoming. And I have the Chapek. Let's not forget that. And breaking news about Chapek. 2 weeks ago, when I spoke with my friend who wanted to order one, the delivery date was October. Now I'm hearing the first available Chapeks are March 2023. So apparently, many people have joined the list or put down their deposits. So Chapeks are getting really scarce and difficult to get, particularly on short notice.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, McLovin, that is a very important point that you bring up. What happens if they go broke? You lose the deposit. Exactly, that is the problem. And actually, when COVID started 2 years ago, I was on my way of ordering a Grönefeld. And the dealer asked for a 50% deposit. And I was hesitant because at that time, some of the better known jewelers and watch dealers went bust at the beginning of COVID. And I didn't want to risk 50% of the price of a Grönefeld, just in case that things are really going downhill. Now, during COVID, you could see that particularly the watch makers and the watch industry did really well because everybody's moving to those expensive items that don't have inflation and all the kind of stuff. So I'm pretty confident that at the moment the money is not in very high risk. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. But this all has changed in the last couple of months, I would say. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it is true. It is true. You have to keep this in mind. You know, one of the most, hyped up independents, FP Jaune, you would say, oh, FP Jaune, they have, bookings that go, until 10 years, 10 years long list. They actually ask for 100% deposit on some of their watches.
Didn't they sell part of the company now to Chanel?
Yes, exactly. And they even had to sell part of the company to Chanel to get the financial backing from the Chanel group. So even if you are, the most popular independent watchmaker, it doesn't mean that it's 100% safe.
Yep. Okay, so should we move to?
Okay, so guys, the main topic today. So actually, this week, I went to the AP Museum. AP Museum in La Vallée-de-Joux. Vallée-de-Joux, which is very well known to be like a watchmaker city in the mountains in Switzerland. It's actually super beautiful, really beautiful. It was all snowy. Very nice. You have, in just one village, you have Gégère-le-Coultre, Blancpain, Audemars Piguet, and many other, tiny brands that you never heard of, but, makes parts for all of the other watch companies. It's like a watchmaker village.
Isn't Fleuret also in the Vallée-de-Joux?
I'm not sure. I think it's a bit.
Okay. No, just an instant.
But very close. Yes. So I actually went to the AP Museum, and let me tell you, it was a wonderful experience. The whole event, I paid $30, which isn't much compared to what they could have asked, because it lasted close to 4 hours. A visit.
Swis, I have a question.
Yes,
those
sir.
30 Swiss francs, will they be deducted on your AP Royal Oak purchase that you're gonna do?
So no, but I was wondering if that means that now I am a former client of AP, if I'm within the system now.
You should keep the receipt and just put it in front of the salesperson.
I have it, and
You don't know who I am?
It was so the guide. We were 4 people. We were just 4 friends. I went with a few friends from Geneva. 4 friends, and the tour guide was a retired watchmaker who spent 50 years working for AP. So the guy was a legend.
Wow.
Okay, he knew everything from 1970s to today. It was absolutely beautiful. So I have many photos. I didn't have time to sort them out, but they are in chronological order, which means that we can make a sort of a virtual tour with my photos, so you can have a tiny fraction of that experience that I had. So let me just share the screen right there. So I have the photo here. Share screen. This I shall remove. Tac. Okay, so I'm not a professional photograph. Okay, I'm not Tim Wright.
Yeah, as you can tell.
I had to take photos with my phone. They are good photos, but they are most of them are in vertical mode like that. So please forgive me for this. So this is actually the panel that they used to have on the, well, it's still there on the main building. So you can see here Manufacture d'horlogerie compliquée et en tout genre. Audemars Piguet et compagnie, comptoir de vente Genève, Paris, Londres New York, and it's signed Golay, which was
Yeah.
the CEO at the time.
Wasn't it the owner
Yeah,
family as well, Golay?
yeah, because you have like 5 or 6 main families
Yeah, yeah,
in Le Brassus. You have Lecoultre, Audemars, Piguet, and one of them, the big families, is Golay.
Golay
And
and
they
Meyrin as well, isn't it?
who?
Meyrin.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
You will see. So
Okay.
this, you get a nice greeting with
Mm.
some beautiful, a nice entry. They had some coffee you could order, whatever you want, drinks, champagne, whatever. I just paid $30, and this with they served you champagne.
Mm.
It was already worth it. So
Yeah.
this is the lobby where you check with your ticket, whatever,
Mhm.
and that was on the shelf in the corner, like sitting there, like minding his own business. So it is a trophy from the GPHG,
Mhm.
and I was told it was the one they won for the. You remember they had a Salmon dial ultra slim 15202 in
Okay.
white gold.
Jumbo. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got a prize, the aiguille d'or for that.
Yeah. Okay.
And this was the trophy.
Mhm.
So it was just there, chilling on a shelf.
Beautiful. Did you get a lab coat or anything, or did you just walk in with your
No lab
future?
coat. No.
Mhm.
It's really like a museum. Okay,
Mhm.
so you can see here it is the building. So this is the historical building right there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then they have expanded with all of these right there. Over there,
And
you
on
can
the
see
right,
this spiral thing. It is the museum.
yeah, on the
And
right,
here on
that
the
it's
right,
the airplane hangar for the CEO, isn't it?
yeah. So here on the right, it is a new project. They will make a 5-star hotel, which looks
Wow.
like that.
Mhm.
And actually, so the guy who designed the museum, this swirly
Mhm.
part here, he also made the design for this. And actually, if you are from one of these hotel chambers right there, you can go out, and if it's snowy, you can ski down the slopes right there.
That's insane.
That is fucking insane.
So, but from that planning, you can see that that AP currently is not short on money. Can you ski
Oh no,
also
and
down on
this
the
is just the
museum?
main part. They
Yeah.
have many other facilities, scattered there and there within the
Yeah.
village.
Can you also ski down from the roof of the museum, because that looks skiable as well?
I think you can, because it is
Next,
one piece. The
next
whole
time, bring
thing.
your skis and have a try.
Yeah.
Use your GoPro.
I asked him, "Where's the ski lift?" I came to ski. Okay, so a few. This, they have a nice how do you call this? A genealogical tree
Mhm.
of all the main families that live in Le Brassus.
Mhm.
Starting from like the 1500s all the way to today. And you can see they have, for example, Edouard Auguste Piguet, who is the founder of
Yeah.
Audemars Piguet, and here the other one, Audemars Olivier Franck, which is today's um, owner of AP, or more like vice president. Then we started the pocket watch journey. So it had many sections. So the first section was very old pocket watches, and when I say very old, this was like early 1700s. Just look at the work. Look at the work on this particular, just the dial.
Yeah.
This is like enamel with micro painting. You can see the engravings here, like 3D engravings. Also, the case has been completely engraved. This is This is beautiful, and this was done like,
Yeah.
more than 350 years ago. You have some beautiful work. This is Ami Lecoultre. Very, very early. It's end of 1600s. End of 1600s.
Mhm.
Look at the work on that dial.
But
Once
that is
again,
pre-Audemars.
yes. Yeah. Of course, yes.
Mhm.
And these watches are, inestimable. This one is absolutely beautiful. So we're just gonna, go through them.
I think that
quite
is a
quickly.
grand complication.
Yeah, it
of
is.
the
It
watch,
is a
isn't it?
grande
Yes.
complication.
I remember
It was for
when-
the Exposition Universelle 1850.
Wow.
1850. So you can see perpetual calendar. It has chiming, petite grande sonnerie, with does it say répétition minute calendrier perpétuel? Yeah, this was for Reine Victoria, Queen Victoria, and Prince of Wales.
Mhm.
Absolutely beautiful. You can see here some beautiful watchmaking. When was that? 1861.
As a Lange fanboy, no engraved balance cock, which is negative.
So this one is interesting, okay? 1858. So this one has chronographe, rattrapante, foudroyante, seconde morte, répétition, car calendrier complet, thermomètre. Okay, so
Wow.
chrono, rattrapante, foudroyante. What's the English word for foudroyante?
Actually,
I think it is also called foudroyante, even in English, right?
Isn't it flyback?
No, foudroyante is when, you have, like on the duomètre, the small second, it's like tick, 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 tick. It takes at more than 1 second.
Is it a deadbeat or something?
No, it is. It takes like every 1/6 of a second.
We have here a comment. If you guys are going to ignore the chat, you can just turn it off. Yes. We are focused here on watches. Sorry,
we're talking
guys.
watchmaking, guys.
Yeah. Is there anything
you are
important?
having a AP museum tour experience.
Yeah. Actually, I can see people are trolling Marco, which is totally fine. So I can't see anything significant. So if I'm missing out something, JB, please let me know.
Yes. But the very interesting part, you can see right here underneath the moon phase, it has a thermometer that goes from plus 55 to minus 15. I mean, how cool is this to have a thermometer in your pocket watch?
Yeah, just imagine you put it outside in the night.
So it is called thermomètre Réaumur. I don't know what kind of technology this Réaumur is, but I mean, this is just fascinating to me. Okay, let's go quickly through those. You have some beautiful, beautiful movements right here. Look at the spiraling, the anglage. Everything is just on point. 1874.
So now we're coming closer to the date when I was born.
Okay, let's go through. Okay, then it was like the explaining the technical parts. Okay, so they had, so the big 3D models of, for example, here, a gear train with the escapement. You can see here, whatever. They had an interesting one. So they had one. I don't have a photo. I have a video. Maybe I can share it afterwards. So they were explaining the tourbillon, and next to it, they had the double balance wheel. The open work Royal Oak. It has a double balance wheel, which essentially is made to act like a tourbillon. So the main functionality of a tourbillon, as you like to say, it averages the
No, it produces a constant error.
Yes, it averages the error.
Yeah.
Right? And what they tried to do with the double balance wheel, they had one balance wheel, they put one hairspring on top, one hairspring on the bottom, and they attached them in opposite ways. So it would also average, compensate whatever error one would have compared to the other. But it had
error.
It had a big problem that if they had to work on the balance wheel, on the wheel, right? Yeah. Then they would have to regulate the hairspring on top, but also on the bottom. So they came with the idea, okay, let's just double everything. 2 hairsprings, but also 2 balance wheels. Yeah. So if we have to touch the upper balance wheel, we will only have to regulate with the upper hairspring, and the bottom one we don't have to touch. Yeah. So this is why they have the double balance
Good idea,
wheel
because
technology.
With 2 springs it must be a bitch to regulate.
Yeah. Okay, then we come to the historical wristwatches.
Ooh, yeah.
So this is like a very early skeletonized movement. I think this is beautiful. I don't remember
AP.
the from AP. Yeah,
that is AP.
Yeah. Everything is AP.
Some of the pocket watches were not AP. That is why I'm asking.
Yeah. Well, these ones are AP. Yeah, look at this. This is absolutely beautiful.
That is double barrel?
Yeah, you can see double barrel.
Yeah.
Tac. Okay, this one we don't really care. Let me go through all of these very quickly. Again, some pocket watches. You know what I really like with these pocket watches? You can see the annual calendar here. It is not just 1 year. They have all 4 years represented.
Leap years
on
here,
the. So actually, this little hand there, it makes a full rotation every 4 years.
Yeah,
that is really cool.
The big question: did you see the perpetual calendar with this kind of display as well?
Yeah. It's coming. Don't worry.
I'm getting.
So as you said, so at the very start of the wristwatches, they used to do the wristwatches for the jewelers, and then the jeweler would put their name on top of the watch, and maybe actually they told me it was like frowned upon for a watchmaker to put their name on the watch, next to the jeweler. So for example, you can see here a perpetual calendar made no, this is annual calendar.
I would say
made for Cartier. You can see they have more and more. What do you think of that one?
Ooh, no, the previous, please. One before. No? No?
That one?
Yeah.
This is actually not the best one.
Come on.
But
come on.
You have to keep in mind. AP specialty in before 1990, it was the perpetual calendar. They were king of calendars, especially in wristwatches. And you will see some absolutely beautiful, which I think are still the very best.
Come on, Swis. The 5516 is the most beautiful perpetual calendar ever made. Ever made.
I don't agree.
Okay.
So let's go through more of the models. They had this one, which is very interesting.
Perpetual calendar.
Yeah. This is beautiful, by the way.
And they are going for crazy prices right now.
Yeah.
When I was working in sales, this was basically double the price of a date, and it was more or less impossible to move. So I got a special bonus for selling 2 of those. I remember that. and now they are reaching crazy
Marco
costs.
makes a very good comment. When you go to a museum like this, you realize how little progress has been made in the watchmaking in the last 300 years. Yeah, it's kind of true. And
Yeah,
you will see,
particularly Marco, if you have a look at the Karivuti line, and they still look the same.
you'll see, I think we even regressed a little bit when it comes to, high-end watchmaking. Well, whatever. More perpetual
Ooh.
calendars. Look
Oh.
how thin
Ultra
this
thin.
watch is.
That is beautiful.
This is ultra thin perpetual calendar.
Yeah.
It's actually very,
Take
very
that
beautiful.
overseas. Take that overseas.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's probably thinner than my ultra thin Vacheron. This is crazy. Okay, so more historical pocket watches. Look at that. Look at that movement. This is absolutely beautiful. Minute repeater, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. So at some point, Audemars Piguet, they said, minute repeater is nice, but it's not perfect. How can we further the technology on minute repeaters? So they actually teamed up with EPFL, which is the university in Lausanne, and they came up with the super sonnerie. So actually, they have, you can see here these circles. They are the gongs, where the little hammer hits to make the chiming sound. They attached it to a membrane. So this is like a metallic membrane that will be inside the watch, and this will make a very strong resonance, and they can really fine tune it, by removing some material here and there to have like perfect resonance. And it is, well, every watchmaker I've talked to, they say that it is the loudest and crispest of the chiming sounds. It is
basically it's a built-in speaker.
Yes,
mechanical
exactly.
speaker.
Yeah. So if you look at JLC minute repeaters, what they do, they attach the gongs to the crystal, the front crystal, to act as you said, as a speaker. But they came with this membrane, which is even better.
Brilliant
and
idea.
this is the first watch that received the super sonnerie.
Actually, I can see some design cues to the code 1159 dial.
Yeah.
Not so much the case, but just reduce the Roman numbers, the Fumé blue, and you have the dial of the code 1159.
I think that's a beautiful
enough.
watch. I like that design, that they already had the fade blue dial.
Yeah.
I think it's end of 2000, maybe early 2010. I don't remember the date. Too bad.
Must have been bloody expensive.
This is one of the concept watches. Just have a look at the movement.
Ooh.
Have a look at this.
Who wants to service
that? That is impressive.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. So you can see the watch right there. It's AP concept. Huge watch. Watch. It's how big is it? 45?
44.
44. Yeah. Huge watches. But I mean, when you get a movement like this, I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah. Some more beautiful pocket watches. More wristwatch calendars. So this is Edouard Piguet tourbillon.
Yeah, chronograph, isn't it?
Actually, it's a tourbillon chronograph.
Yeah.
So you can see here, this is the tourbillon cage that they use on the what's it called, the Royal Oak. They use this same bridge.
The same bridge, okay.
Yeah.
And guys, from the last time, we remember this is not a flying tourbillon because it has the bridge. Yeah. When he doesn't have the bridge, we are talking about a flying tourbillon. This is not a flying tourbillon. This is a
Yes.
conventional.
So this is not a flying tourbillon because you can see the bridge up there. Flying means that it is not attached by a bridge on the upper part, but only underneath.
Yes.
So it would seem like it's floating by itself. That is why it's called flying. Look at this one. That's beautiful, right?
Monobrow, but on the bottom.
Monobrow with obviously minute repeater.
Minute repeater. Yeah.
Minute repeaters are everywhere in these kind of watches. Okay, so that was the masterpiece right here.
Wow,
so you
that
know,
is
like
huge.
Patek has the Henry Graves.
And Calibre 89.
Yes, Vacheron has the Calibre. What's
don't
it?
care.
57
We don't care.
260.
Yeah.
This was their Uber piece with, I think it had like 30 complications.
Do you know what year that was?
I don't remember the year. It was
The size looks,
mid 1900s.
size looks like a soup bowl.
It's huge. It was fucking huge. The sad part, so you know, and this is true for every watch AD, watch dealer, watch museum, which is, you know, good and sad at the same time. They make the lighting to be the very best for when you're in person, but it is really hard to get good photos with this kind of lighting. And because you can see it is inside of a big cage, you know, like a big globe cage, it was actually really hard to get good close-up photos of the movement. I think this is the best I could do. But you can see all the complications and
wonderful.
beautiful masterwork that goes in there. Obviously, that's only the top layer.
Yeah, and not done by computers.
Oh no. Look how thick it is. Look how thick it is. Yeah, that is a crazy piece, and it has to be seen in person to really grasp how groundbreaking a piece like that would be. And it is, I think it is now property of the current owner of AP.
Who is the current owner?
So it is still.
I think it's Audemars family, 50%
yeah,
or something.
it is still the Audemars family. It is old lady and her nephew, if I recollect. I'm not sure anymore. We would have to look this up. Okay, so next part, they had the records. So all the historical records, they had like an entire display to show all the, you know, the groundbreaking advancement in technology that they made. For example, here, mouvement à répétition minute le plus petit du monde, the smallest minute repeater. This was like that. Like that, like smaller than a €1 coin. It was crazy small.
Do you know what year that was? What was it before wristwatches?
1921.
1921. Okay, so around the first wristwatches, but yeah.
So 15 millimeters in diameter. Yeah, I mean, this blows my mind.
And that was made by AP or by one of their suppliers, and they finished it.
It doesn't say here, but I guess it's AP because they did claim
so, yes.
they did claim the the record, right?
Yeah.
Then Mouvement le plus plat du monde, also in 1921.
Flattest movement.
Just look at the work on that movement. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at the anglage.
Yeah, would look great in offshore.
Yes. Yeah. No, this is beautiful. more movements. This is actually the you know what movement this is? So this was they made it just before the what's it called, the JLC 101.
Mhm.
You know, it's the movement that is so tiny you can put it inside a ring. This is super tiny, and so AP came with this design before JLC, but then JLC they made it even smaller with I think just a bit flatter to reclaim the record just after them. Because at the time, smaller was better. The watchmakers were, they were fighting really hard to make the flattest, smallest movement, because if it's smaller, it's harder to make, right? They
Yep.
were just flexing. Flexing at the time was how small is your
Yeah.
watch, which is really funny. Some more beautiful movements. Oh, okay. This is one of my favorites.
Very successful perpetual calendar
Yes.
back then.
Absolutely beautiful. I love that one.
Much more affordable than Patek Philippe with the JLC base movement. Actually, it was groundbreaking because I think they started it in the 70s, and nobody imagined you could do an automatic perpetual calendar that thin. So that was really revolutionary. Yeah.
So that was the movement inside. This, guys, is the famous 2-1-2-1 movement that got into the first Royal Oak. It was at the time commissioned by VC, AP, and Patek to JLC to make the thinnest automatic movement at the time. And they came with this design. So you can see there is a ring right here, a metallic ring. This is because to make the movement even flatter, the rotor is not only attached in the middle, but there is also some ball bearings, 4 of them,
roller
and
bearings.
it rolls onto this metallic ring, so it can be even more closer to the movement. It's these kind of little engineering details that makes all the difference. And this would be a typical watch, that will use this kind of movement, like my father's Vacheron.
Yep.
This, very simple 2-hand, very sober wristwatch.
Yeah, that is typical AP in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Oh, very nice minute repeater.
Look at that movement. Small minute repeating movement. Look at the anglage and everything.
Yeah.
This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's go a bit further.
Yes, people are revolting here. We are 15 minutes already in the show.
Why is that?
Yeah, because people want to ask questions.
Oh, really?
Yep.
If you see an interesting question, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm totally focusing
lost.
into the museum visit.
Oh, Cartier watches here?
Sorry?
Cartier watches here?
Yeah.
No.
So now they had a section that was showing the different trends, over the last century.
Design trends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see again here from Audemars Piguet for Boucheron, once again, with this kind of secret display and the unibrow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, right?
Do you know if that was a perpetual calendar?
I have no clue. Okay. It wasn't specified. Mm-hmm. So let's go a bit further. Some more beautiful perpetual calendars. Then they had some masterworks. Look at the beautiful skeletonization here, fully engraved.
Yeah, guys,
gem-studded.
that is skeletonized, not the
Yes,
open work.
this is what you call skeletonization.
Yeah.
With full engraving and everything. This is absolutely beautiful. Right?
Yeah. That is where AP
This
really
is
excels.
the back of the watch that we just saw.
Hmm.
Damn, this is so good looking. Okay. Then you can see here is the 5502. This is the very first Royal Oak that came out. And you can see the movement that I was talking before, the 2121.
Wouldn't it be great if they had the white gold prototype?
Yeah,
That they made. I wonder where that is.
Yeah, I wonder too. Actually, I wanted to ask them, but I forgot. I was too much into it. Okay, this is my favorite right here. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
You prefer that over the 5516 that we've seen previously?
Yes.
Swis, we're gonna have a debate about that after the show.
Okay, let's continue. We're getting into the Grand Combs, some high jewelry pieces.
Oh yeah. The burr.
You know, do you think you could commission a piece like this from AP today?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not anymore.
I
There
don't
was
know
a
if
time
they...
when basically all of APs were one-off watches, I guess.
Yeah. So now we are into the 70s era.
Oh yeah.
So this watch is interesting. You know how they call this watch?
No,
it's called the PJ. Because it looks like a pajama.
Pajama, okay.
Yes. Yeah. Typical oyster quartz crisis era.
Yeah.
Then you can see here the star wheel.
Star wheel, yes.
Very beautiful, quirky watch that actually... so AP was the first one to come with this kind of technology of having revolving dishes that then would display the time over the top quadrant here.
Yeah, before Uhrwerk did that.
Yes, and now it is popular in Uhrwerk, also Moser. They have this kind of display. I really like it. This is the very first offshore, right there.
Where people said Gerald Genta may be rotating in his grave, but he wasn't dead back then. So yeah, he was quite upset about this. Yes, absolutely. And actually, I was one of the haters of the offshore as well.
Okay, let's go through. This is the very first concept. Concept watches. We saw one before. So I cannot tell everything that's inside. It has a tourbillon. It has...
With a shock,
this is the power reserve.
Shock-absorbing bridge, isn't it? The tourbillon.
Sorry.
The tourbillon bridge is shock-absorbing. That is why the spiral is.
And it also has a dynamograph. So it's basically a how do you say? It displays the G. When it takes
the G-force.
A shock. Yeah, it displays that. The only other one that I saw doing this would be Richard Mille, because it's kind of the pitch of Richard Mille, like we're making super high-end watches. That
I think Marco Lang does it as well.
Oh, Marco Lang also does that? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, now we are getting into... So you can see here was like the evolution of the movement. So you started with a manual wind movement like this. Then they came with this automatic movement, which you can still see in some Royal Oaks today.
Yes.
And now they introduced with the code, and also in the 15500s, this is the newer AP movement, which looks really good. Do I have kind of a close-up there? So it was like the evolution. This is the old style movement. This is the new one. I don't know. I kind of liked having this is uh the armoirie from Audemars and Piguet. I kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
But I also like this rotor. I don't know which one you prefer. Um, but yeah, I think that was interesting. They had one of the, I think, more beautiful codes, 1115,
Ooh, the Aventurin perpetual
the
calendar.
Aventurine.
That is
Okay,
not
so
continued, I'm hearing.
I was talking about taking photos. This was especially hard
Yeah.
to take a good photo of
You
this.
don't have a video function on your camera?
Video, not a chance.
Okay.
With the lighting
Mm.
in the museum, it was so sparkly and lights coming from absolutely everywhere. It would have been super blurry, and yeah, it was a mess. Without a professional camera, it would be super hard to. I was like playing with the angles, like, oh, maybe if I do it like that. But I mean, you can still get a good idea of how it looks in person, right? This is absolutely beautiful, and
Mm.
I was told that they are reissuing this watch. It's gonna come out again in the code. So a
Yes.
new Aventurine perpetual
I think
calendar.
white gold. They presented white gold,
Yeah.
as far as I know. Yes. Hmm. Oh, Marco is getting a PRX, I'm hearing.
Oh, Marco.
Mhm.
I tried the PRX on like a few days ago, because everybody was talking about
Yeah.
this bloody PRX. It's still too big for me, guys. It's still too big for me.
It doesn't surprise me.
Oh, a nice comment from Danger's wife. Swis and John,
Yes.
thank you for this educational stream on AP, showing us these incredible pieces.
Yeah, I apologize
I'm
that
glad
it's a
you
little
enjoyed.
bit dry today, but I think it's worth going
Yeah.
through the AP.
You're getting a free
museum.
AP museum tour. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. So this is the vintage chronograph that inspired the remaster 01
Mhm.
from today's collection.
But it's a little bit smaller, isn't it, than the present one?
Yeah, it is like 35 or
Okay.
something like this. It's it would be tiny to today's standard. Then I'm not gonna bore you with any of this. Okay, so this was interesting. So at some parts of the museum, you have to walk next to the Grand Complication Atelier. So real atelier where they do the Grand Complications. And when I walked, next to them, you could see inside.
Mhm.
And
Did you show
some
them your
guy.
vacheron through the window? Or?
So they had some designs in the background,
Mhm.
and they had some super cool, like this beautiful engraving. So you can see here the
Ooh.
Marvel
Mhm.
Black Panther,
Black Panther.
and
Yeah.
right next to it, what is this? I wonder if that's the sketch for next
Yeah, could
next
be.
Marvel
I
piece.
wonder where they put the tourbillon, though.
Right there. Okay. Look at those. Okay. Tell me, this is beautiful,
Ooh.
right?
Okay.
This is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Right? What do you think?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Interesting. Looks a little bit like
Okay.
Mr. GMT, I think.
The very last part, guys. We're gonna go through this rather quickly because you know all of these watches. It was the Royal Oak section. Okay,
Okay.
special Royal Oak. They had like a huge display with some box openings and everything. It was very spectacular. Like it was like it was the grand finale, and they had all the vintage some Royal Oaks you never seen before. This one I think was 24 millimeters, tiny Royal Oak like that. You had the first version of the open work,
Mhm.
5402. This one, the 5402. This is the newer one. So this is 15202, 5402. You can see the
That is
difference.
37.
Yeah, this is a 37. Sorry.
Mhm.
This is a 5450. No. This is a 15202 because it
15202
doesn't.
jumbo. Mhm.
Yeah, the jumbo. It doesn't have the
Yes, no,
small
no
second.
second hand. Yes. Mhm.
If Royal Oak has no second hand, it's the jumbo.
Yeah.
So you
Mhm.
can see the difference between these two. I think I much prefer this one. It looks a bit more imposing with the bezel proportions. This one looks a bit,
Yeah,
I don't know,
a
the
little bit
bezel
fat.
takes too
Yeah.
much place. Yeah.
But that is closer to the original design, because from the sketches you could see that Genta draw the bezel quite beefy.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, yeah.
Interesting. So let's get through all of them. That one was
Ooh,
interesting. I like that one.
is that
I
Cora?
really like
or-
that one. That was that was I didn't expect that. I think this is beautiful.
Is that Cora? Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Um it wasn't. I don't know what's the
I think it's Mother of Pearl.
You think so?
Around.
I don't
Yes.
think so. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, yeah, maybe pink quartz. Yeah.
But it is,
Yeah.
it has a bottom layer and a top
Yeah.
layer.
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. It makes this watch very three-dimensional, and then another layer just for
With the
the
diamonds.
diamond indices. That is
Look,
beautiful.
they should have done this watch in a lady's size, actually,
Yes.
in my opinion.
More real oaks. Well, you've already seen all of these in Instagram. Some interesting ones, like
Yeah.
this pointer date right there with annual calendar there.
Yeah, there were times where the Royal Oaks didn't sell well, so they tried to
They tried a
implement
bit of everything.
different. Yeah. Tourbillon.
This tourbillon with a bezel within the bezel. Yeah, I don't really like that. The open work tourbillon. You can see the tourbillon here with the bridge that we were talking about. This one, absolutely beautiful. Very striking colors. I love it. And then every kind of offshore. This a very particular watch with a
Is
big
it gold?
tree engraved. It's a big tree. Mass
It's an
engraved
oak, isn't it?
in a gold, massive gold plate.
Wow.
Beautiful. It was for, I don't remember the occasion, but they made a few of them. Then you get to the offshores. This one I think is really good looking. Too big though.
Yeah, no, that one. Yeah. Yeah, all colors in the world.
Yeah,
just to ride on the offshore train.
exactly.
Ooh.
What do you think of this
Carbon.
one?
Well, I'm a sucker for carbon, but I don't like that, to be honest. That one is better. Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Concept.
the concepts, ladies concepts with the tourbillon, obviously, and you end with the Black Panther. And guys, that was the end of the show. Wow, that was a big one. But
Yeah.
as I said before, when I was over there, it lasted close to 4 hours. And for $30.
This presentation felt like 4 hours, to be honest.
Yes. I'm sorry, guys.
No. I'm just pulling your leg. No, I think we could do a 4-hour show and still have some viewers. But I think we've been very long. So what do you think, Swis? So thank you very much for first of all to share those pictures. Do you think we should open the panel for some questions, or should we close the show?
Let's do this.
Okay,
Can you share the link?
Yeah. And JB, personal question to you, JB, please join us after the show by using that link. You obviously have some questions that I'm happy to reply to. I think you're a very cool guy, and I would like to discuss with you, if you don't mind.
Oh,
So
I'm out of breath.
yes, did you drink something? So-
Yeah, actually, I have my.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
my
So
little
what was
drink
your
right now.
favorite piece there?
So I had this the what's it called, the perpetual calendar wristwatch that was absolutely
The
beautiful.
the normal one from the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah. But that is not really super exciting from the design. That is very subdued as well.
Yes, and that
Yeah.
I mean that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
You know, I could say, oh, the Grand Comp pocket watch. Yes,
I think
that's the most exciting, of course. But
I think for one of the next shows we must do a shootout between that perpetual calendar and my favorite, the 5516, and we will fight that out because I like
Okay.
that one. I
Okay.
agree with you, but I like the older perpetual calendars much more. But that would lead too far and too deep now. After we've been
Oh, we have
boring everybody.
our first guest,
Ooh,
Mr. GMT. Hey, how are you doing,
Hey,
Mr. GMT?
boys, it's me, Mr. GMT. It's not JJ,
Hey!
it's Mr.
Does it-
GMT, I'm telling you.
doesn't sound like Mr. GMT. It sounds more like JJ, I would say.
Hey, what do you mean? I just cooked a lot of souvlaki, man.
I want to hear your signature line. Then I believe it.
Come and get it, and you won't regret it.
Hello,
That's
good
amazing.
evening, JJ. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
What's going on, fellas? Not much. I'm on the road. I just wanted to pop in just for a quick second to say hello. And
man.
as usual, excellent show. It was
Uh,
educational and entertaining all at the same time.
wasn't it a little bit boring, a little bit long in the tooth?
Well, I'm used to that with you, John.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Did you kick
Did
him
you
out?
kick
or
him
did you-
out?
No. It was not me.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him. So
It really
was not
felt
me.
like you kicked him out. Oh,
Actually,
I'm
such a
sorry,
comment-
JJ, if
su-
you can come back.
Yeah, such a comment is bootable,
JJ, come
but I
back.
didn't. Yeah, JJ, come back.
You
He
can
came
play it.
out.
Oh, honey. Okay. Oh my god. Perfect timing though.
Yeah.
It's really really nice of him to just come and say hello.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have Lone Star here in the back room. So Lone Star, haven't seen you for a while. Hope that you're doing good. And now we have the real Mr. GMT back.
Oh, let's see if he's the real Mr. GMT.
Hey, boys! How's it going?
Hey, you have to say the line.
Hey! Stay sexy, my friends.
Stay sexy.
Hey,
yeah.
sexy. You are sexy motherfuckers.
Ah, the captain! I get it.
Nice. How are you doing?
I got my souvlaki.
You have your souvlaki?
Hey,
you heard that-
boys.
you heard that Mr. GMT bent his favorite souvlaki stick and now he's upset.
I was taking my nap to rest up for the after shows.
For the after show, yeah. I think we're gonna go close the show very soon.
I was playing bingo and then taking a nap. So
Okay.
now I'm good. I know Jonathan doesn't. He won't. We'll tell you the reference after the show. But I was taking a lot of heat last night, taking some shots.
Oh, okay.
From the crowd, from the chat on another show. One of the.
Well,
other
I know how it feels. So.
Oh, I know you do. But you're not afraid to mix it up, though. That's the thing. You're not.
Yeah, that's true.
You're in the theater. You're in the theater. The line of fire. Great show, by the way, guys. The AP knowledge. I'll rewatch it as I always do, but I saw the end part. And those pieces are incredible in that museum. And that I guess it's the AP museum. Is that correct? In Le Brassus.
Yeah, Le Brassus.
Yeah.
Le Brassus.
Afternoon.
Good
Hello,
afternoon,
Shot.
Shot in the dark.
Good to see you, Shot.
I was just thinking about the value of those pieces, putting aside whether they're in 37 millimeter, 39 millimeter, or the jumbo, perpetual count.
I mean, the basic jumbo over there is now what, 150,000?
Yeah,
Can
those
you,
are
can,
no
you,
basic.
can you imagine the price on the Grand Comp? I mean,
Yeah.
millions.
So Turtle Knight made a very good comment. The average age of the show went from old to super old. Bingo for everyone. So basically, Shot in the Dark. This is the only show when you enter the panel, you bring the average age down. How does that feel? You're muted. You're muted.
You know what these guys don't know is it's like that movie Benjamin Button, which I never saw.
Oh
you
my
know?
goodness.
I go back. I count backwards. So I'm actually 29. My last birthday was my 29th
What
birthday.
the fuck, Captain? You just want that somebody's blowing smoke up on your ass. So.
I'm blowing smoke up my own. I live in my own fantasy land, Jonathan.
Okay.
My fantasy.
Welcome
land.
back, JJ.
Hey, what did you boot me off because I
No,
said
no,
I'm
no, no,
using
no.
the music?
we didn't.
Nice patek. Nice patek, JJ.
Thank you.
Congratulations for. Are you happy now?
Yes. No, I'm never happy. I already bought my next watch 1 minute after I made that deal.
Okay, so that patek is just part of your journey, yeah? Isn't it?
Right. Yeah. I like the captain's PRX homage that he just showed us. I like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford the real one, so I had to go with this.
So Mike K asked a question. Swis Jon, is your show same time each week? Yes, we try to be on the same time. Tonight we've been 3 minutes too late, just in honor of Chris, who complained.
Yeah, Chris last time complained that we always start a few minutes late. So this time I said, in honor of Chris, we will start 3 minutes late.
There you go. You got to keep it going, keep up your streak.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely, yes.
So, Swis Jon, quick question for you guys. Do you think it's normal to buy another watch like literally 2 minutes after I bought the Patek? Was that a bad move?
I mean, I was saying this last time. Look at Jonathan. He buys a watch. He hasn't received the watch yet. He already buys the next one.
Actually, JJ, your narrative for the question is wrong. You asked what was your question exactly?
I just want to know, am I crazy? Because I feel like I was crazy for doing that. Like I should have just enjoyed the one I had, but like literally as soon as I put it in the box in my hand, I moved on to the next deal in the same place. But
your question included the word normal, and you're posing this kind of question to not normal people, so that doesn't make sense.
All right, good. At least I'm not alone.
Yeah.
The thing is that we already know you're crazy. The watch had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
That was just the cherry on top. Oh, hang on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Hey, we have Perth Luxury here in the house.
Hey,
welcome.
Perth. How are you, Perth?
That is good, but I missed it by that much.
I get the reference. Very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. I think we yeah.
Wait, yeah. Watch General says the AP brand would die if they would stop making Royal Oaks. Patek can stop making Nautilus and still make it. What do you think of that?
I agree.
I agree too.
We had a previous comment that AP should do more dress watches. I think that would be the death of the company if they would do more dress watches.
They are stuck. They are stuck right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they're typecast, so to speak.
Say it again.
They're typecast.
Yes, and they try desperately to escape, but it's not an easy way out. And I see the code 1159 as part of those efforts.
So, Jonathan, have you seen my latest report on the next PRX hype watch?
Not yet, because I was very focused on my own show, but I'm pretty sure I will have something to watch after the show. Thank you very much, Maxwell.
Well, that's okay, Chief, because I've got it here. I found somebody's doing Seiko 5 mods, dressing them up as a Nautilus with a Tiffany Nautilus dial.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, Max. Hey, Max, I have a question for you. Have you seen Agent 99? Where's Agent 99?
No, sorry, Chief. She's in the field.
How is your shoe? Is your shoe phone working in the telephone booth? Is the shoe phone working?
Well, you see, Chief. Ever since I got these new shoes from Brooks Brothers, for some reason it hasn't worked. I don't know if it's the same pair or not.
All right, we'll look into it.
Yeah. So I think Swis, this is it's time to wrap this baby up.
Yeah.
For today. Thank you to everybody who was suffering through this long wound show. I promise next time we will have more diverse topics. But I think it was super interesting to see parts of the AP Museum, and thank you very much again, Swis, for being there for us on the ground, basically.
I'm just glad Mr. GMT didn't show up today.
Yeah, Mr. GMT, he has some personal issues. He damaged his favorite souvlaki stick, so he was a little bit upset.
All right.
Okay, so yes, JB, please join the panel after the show, after we wrapped up. I've just posted the link again. Thank you very much to everybody who watched the show. Thank you to Perth, to JJ, to Shot in the Dark, to the real Mr. GMT, aka the Captain, and to my friend Swis for joining me tonight. And see you exactly in 1 week.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Hey, sexy.
Later, guys.
Yes.
Play the trailer.
Stay sexy.